Alright, what's up, guys? I'm gonna give you the best Raw review that I can. I didn't take notes. I was at first, and then as the show drug on, I was like, this is just a big pile of shit. So, but I'm gonna try to talk about some of the main points. As I mentioned, the show as a whole was a big pile of shit. There was a lot of negative things that I'm going to talk about. And no, despite the shirt, I promise you, I'm not lying. It was it was a shit fest. This Raw was. It probably would have been acceptable for just a regular Raw, but I expected a lot more from the 20th anniversary. I really did. I didn't expect it to be quite as big as Raw 1000 was, because I mean they hyped that shit up to no end. But I expected more for the 20th anniversary than what the WWE gave us. We opened the show with Big Show bitching to Vince McMahon about the travesty and how he wasn't prepared, and Alberto Del Rio comes out and am I the only one that feels fucking weird watching ADR's face? It feels fucking weird, because he's been heel since he got here, and I'm still trying to get used to this whole face thing with Alberto Del Rio, but I think he's pulling it off quite well, actually. It's just one of those fucking weird things it's hard to get used to. But initially I did feel that the ADR face turn was a little forced and a little rushed, but I think that Del Rio's working quite nicely with it, actually. Anyway, Del Rio was like, okay, I'll give you a rematch tonight, and then Show was basically like, no, I wasn't prepared last week, I'm not prepared tonight, I'll face you at Royal Rumble. I mean, they had the fucking Eve quit, which that's one of the things that really pissed me off. I know all you subscribers, all 12 of y'all, I know that I bashed her in my Divas video. I know. But besides AJ, she's like the best talent that we had on the Divas roster right now. And so I don't really understand, you know, what they're doing with that. Probably because, just like I said, they don't care about their Divas division. So, but yeah, Eva's gone. Caitlyn, I don't have one single solitary problem with Caitlyn as the champion. People are gonna bitch, oh well, she did it too quick, oh well, they didn't wait long enough to put the belt on her. She was in her hometown. They had the stipulation that if Eve got disqualified or counted out, she was going to lose the belt. I think pretty much anybody could have told you before the match that Eve was going to lose. And it was rumored that Eve was getting ready to leave. I didn't expect it to be like that. So, we had the Rock and Sock Connection reunited briefly. Mick Foley, the first inductee into the Hall of Fame, class of 2013. There was a match, CM Punk against Brodus Clay. I don't even know why they fucking had that match. Is fucking CM Punk won, obviously. There was a promo backstage. I think it was a pretty good promo. Dolph Ziggler and AJ and Big E Langston talking about John Cena, and Dolph Ziggler was saying, I'm going to cause you the same pain that you caused AJ and that you've caused me over the years. I can beat you and I will beat you. Team Hell No, pretty much, and yeah, I realize all of this is out of order. I'm trying to recall everything. Team Hell No swept Team Rhodes Scholars in 2 singles matches. Kane against Damien Sandow, and then Daniel Bryan against fucking Cody Rhodes. Kane and Daniel Bryan both won those matches. They had the fucking anger management thing, the follow-up, checkup, whatever. That was fucking retarded. There's not a lot of things really to go into detail on because most of Raw was just a big pile of shit. The best parts was the opening promo, the steel cage match between Dolph Ziggler and John Cena, and then the Rock concert was actually pretty funny at the end. The thing I didn't like about the Dolph Ziggler and John Cena cage match, it's not that Cena won, because I can take Cena winning. But I can't take Cena winning when he's kicking out of fucking zigzags and super kicks, and he's been in the sleeper hold for fucking 7 minutes, and he's still, oh, I'm the Hulk, walking around with Dolph Ziggler on his back. He's a poor man's Hulk Hogan. That is what John Cena is. I respect John Cena as a person. I fucking hate him in the WWE because it's like he can't be beat. And every time he does lose, there's always some kind of shady tactic or some sort of cheating involved or interference or the ref was distracted or something. Every time he loses, it's never cleanly. I would just like one time Cena to lose a match cleanly. That's all I want. And then I won't bitch no more. But it doesn't happen, and it's not gonna happen. Because not only did Cena win this match, he survived having Big E Langston slam the cage door in his face. He survived trying to climb down the cage and have Big E Langston slamming the chair so that he couldn't come all the way down. AJ tried to get involved. She played her part, so essentially John Cena just won a 3-on-1 cage match. I know that Sheamus, he didn't win the Over the Top Rope Battle Royal, the 3-and-B against Sheamus. But even if he had won that, I wouldn't have had a problem with that because they don't do that with Sheamus all the time. Every time John Cena is in a match, there comes a point when a light bulb goes off in your head and you say, Super Cena is going to come out right now. It's the fucking most predictable thing. And I'm sorry that I'm ranting now. I've been on this one topic for like 3 minutes. But what is the deal? WWE, I understand that he is your poster boy. I understand that a lot of the girls and a lot of the kids like him. I understand that. But you're trying to shove him down our throats and make him something that he's not. I wanted for a while for a John Cena heel turn. I've pretty much given up all hope of that, at least in the near future. But is it really too much to ask to have Cena lose a match cleanly? Is it? Even fucking The Undertaker can lose cleanly. The Rock can lose cleanly. Kane can lose cleanly. The Big Show can lose cleanly. You have a fucking 400-pound, 7-foot-tall giant, the Great Khali, losing cleanly to guys 20% of his size. But you can't have John Cena lose clean. You always gotta have somebody cheat. That rant might have been a little out of place because John Cena did win the match, but I think that's just as bad. I think that's worse. I think that's worse. John Cena had one of the worst years in 2012. I will admit that. Everybody will admit that. But you go back and watch his matches from 2012, and you come back and tell me how many of them that he lost didn't involve some sort of interference, some sort of underhanded tactic, some sort of cheating somewhere, some sort of ref distraction. You go back and watch his matches and you tell me how many times he actually got beat. That is my problem with John Cena. He's the superhero. He's the Superman. He's the Incredible Hulk. Like I said, he's a poor man's Hulk Hogan is all he is. Just like people say Brodus Clay is a poor man's Rikishi. And I know I grew up watching the Attitude Era, so maybe that's where a lot of this anger towards John Cena comes from. But I can remember watching in the Attitude Era. I can remember watching The Rock and Stone Cold, and I remember watching them lose cleanly all the fucking time. They didn't go bitch to Vince McMahon, oh, you're making me look weak, I don't mind losing, but there's got to be some sort of cheating somewhere. Anyway. And then The Rock came out and did his whole concert thing. He sang a song to Paul Heyman that was fucking stupid. He sang a song to Vicky Guerrero that was actually pretty funny. Bitch, you look horrible tonight. Then he calls out CM Punk and he tells CM Punk, I'm going to give you some facts. And then they ended up fighting, and the refs tried to get in between them. Nobody really won the fight as far as I'm concerned. The refs got in between them too quick. But that's how the show ended, was fucking Rock and CM Punk trying to get at each other's throats. So I'm sure there were other things that I forgot to mention, but that was basically all the important stuff that happened. Everything else was just filler. This Raw was like 2 hours and 15 minutes of filler and like 45 minutes of watchable TV. That's how I saw it. That was my worry with Raw going to 3 hours, is that there was going to be so much filler. I don't understand why they have all this talent on the roster that they could be using that extra hour for. But no, instead they choose to do stupid promos, stupid matches that nobody cares about, like CM Punk against Brodus Clay. You could be using that time for, I don't know, maybe give Tyson Kidd some TV time. Maybe give Yoshitatsu some TV time. Something. But no, instead you have the top main eventer, CM Punk, facing basically a giant jobber in Brodus Clay.
What about Miz TV?
And then one thing I forgot, Miz TV, that was actually pretty cool to see Ric Flair back. Miz kind of teased the heel turn there. Really, really, really? You know what you should do? You know what you should do? And I swear to God, I thought he was about to turn, but he didn't, so good job teasing there by the Miz. But, yeah, other than that, no returns really, except for Mick Foley coming back to take his place in the Hall of Fame, and I wouldn't really count The Rock as a return, and then Ric Flair for Miz TV. Antonio Cesaro interrupted it, and then we all thought Ric Flair was going to do the figure four, but it ended up being Miz, so that was kind of cool to see. But really, other than that, this whole Raw was just a shit fest and not really worth talking about, so I'm not going to. I've spoke my mind, and if you don't agree with me, I'm sorry, but this is probably going to be a very controversial channel because there's probably going to be people that don't agree with me. And you know what? I welcome that. If you have a different opinion, leave it down there. Just be sure and subscribe to and like this video and all that. So, anyways, hit me up on Facebook, hit me up on Twitter. Both of those links are on my channel and on my Ultimate Cowboy 82 channel if you're watching from the TTC. And that's about it. That's all I got. So, I don't even know why I did a Raw review for this shit, to be honest. The only reason I did is because my channel is new. But Anyway, so that was your Raw review, I guess, if you can call it that. Anyway, peace.